One of the hardest things about owning pets is their much shorter lifespan. There are very real medical and emotional effects when someone loses a beloved pet. But as pet professionals, we can become as bonded to a client's pet as the owner is. We can grieve for that lost pet. And for those that don't know me, my name is Mary Oquendo. I am the owner of Positive Educational Training, an online educational portal for the pet professional, as well as a business coach for the busy pet professional looking to run their businesses efficiently and profitably. Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross describes 5 stages of grief in her book, On Death and Dying. First one is denial. This is not happening. This is really not happening. 2 is anger. It's not fair. I take really good care of these pets. 3, bargaining. I can fix this. Just give me some time. 4 is depression. This is not a mistake. I cannot fix this. I'm going to lose them. 5 is acceptance. There's nothing I could do but work through my grief. Though there are many grief counselors that add 2 more to this. One is the 6th one would be shock. You feel nothing but disbelief. It may be like a full body numbness. And 7 is guilt. Somehow it's your fault. Why did I not see the signs earlier? Maybe if I had, I could have saved them. All right. Grief can manifest in many ways. First one is physically. Right? This includes crying, shock, lump in the throat, lack of energy, disturbing dreams, insomnia, lack of hunger or overeating, body aches, dizziness, shortness of breath, and tightness in the chest. Don't disregard the last 2 as just grief. That is shortness of breath and tightness in the chest. As the last 2 can be grief as also indications of a heart attack, right? 2 is emotional. There may be confusion, preoccupation with the loss itself, hallucination, sadness, resentment, guilt, and anxiety. Socially, right? A person may either withdraw or become too dependent on their friends. In addition, they may distance themselves with a whole bunch of extra work. And then there's spiritually. It may weaken or strengthen spiritual beliefs or move them towards a radically different belief system. Now, everybody works through these stages in their own time, but there are instances in which someone seems trapped and they can't work through their grief, all right? So let's move on to the warning signs, all right? So the warning signs that somebody is really having trouble working through their grief and they need some help. One would be thoughts of suicide. While grieving, it is normal to have fleeting thoughts of suicide. If these thoughts persist, please tell someone, right? 2, panic attacks. They come on suddenly and with no discernible pattern to it. 3 is depression, all right? Depression and grief are 2 different behaviors. Grief does mimic some signs of clinical depression. And while grief will run its course without intervention, most of the time, depression can't, right? Sigmund Freud's kind of summed it up as, in grief, the world looks poor and empty. In depression, the person feels poor and empty, right? The healing process can be hindered by such factors as circumstances surrounding the death. No previous experience with the loss, insensitive comments, or multiple losses. A support system is critical in order for grief to run its course. All right, so what are support networks? All right, they can be supportive family and friends. Avoid those that minimize your feelings towards your loss because, you know, it's just a pet. Grief counselors. There are grief counselors that actually specialize in pet bereavement. Animal communicators, and I would exercise caution here because there are some that will actually prey on your vulnerability. Get recommendations from people who have used someone. And online support. There are other resources that are valuable, all right? Especially if in-person support is not available to you. Many online organizations provide free or low-cost grief counseling, as well as assistance in locating a local in-person counselor for you. In addition, they also offer virtual candle lighting and chat rooms with other people experiencing a loss. Most of these organizations support their websites with online shops selling personalized memorabilia. There is a listing of current online resources can be found at www.tufts.edu/vet, vet/pet loss/links.html. All right, so what can you do for friends that may have lost a pet? all right? Listen to them, let them talk. You don't have to say anything. It allows them to start moving through the stages. You can send a card, all right? It's something tangible and it can be read over and over again. I know when we lost my Ricky, the vet sent a card that had about 14 signatures on it. And it was really nice because each of the people there sent a little note about what they remembered about Ricky. Send a copy of the Rainbow Bridge poem. Many of those online organizations will send a personalized copy to their home or to their email. Make a donation in the pet's name, local to the local animal shelter, as well as any of the national breed rescues that will put the money to good use. Send or bring a personalized gift, something as simple as a rose quartz heart, all right, which is what I used to do for my clients. Pay attention to the warning signs of suicide and may save their life, right? The loss of a pet can cause grieving as intense as the loss of a human. Do not discount feelings as it's just a pet. Pets are beloved companions. Even if they are not ours, the pain of the loss can be as great. Seek help if necessary. I will see everybody next week. And as usual, if you have anything you'd like to see me covered, please let me know that.